I'm not here to share with you how I became like a 37-star diamond coach in my first 30 days, because I'm rolled, and I'm okay with that. I'm also not here to tell you about how I lost 200 pounds. I didn't get some life-altering phone call from the doctor. My life hasn't shattered around me. And I haven't had a monumental transformation, and that's okay, because I feel like through Beachbody, the things that I've learned and the ways that I've grown have been monumental for me. And I'm already crying. Oh my God. Let it go. Okay. So when I was young, I was super advanced for my age, and I was smarter than you, and I didn't care about telling you to your face, and if I had to prove it, I was going to. And I was so obnoxious and so cocky about it. And then, okay. So that just overwhelming cockiness started to dwindle from the times that I was 4 to 6, because I was dealing with some abuse issues. God, I need to stop. Okay.
You're doing great.
It's okay. You're good.
So I got a taste of what shame felt like, and that feeling of absolutely no control. And it was the first time in my life, I was very young, obviously, but I had confidence just chipping away and chipping away and chipping away and just leaving me. And that stayed with me through my childhood and my teens. In my high school years, I was in a toxic relationship for 2.5 years. My mom and I didn't get along. My grades were slipping. I was going through depression. And the only thing that I felt like I could control in my life was what went into my body. So I just stopped eating. And after a few weeks of not eating and still being active with PE and sports and everything, I lost 10 pounds. And, you know, I wouldn't say that when I was little I was really skinny, but by the time my junior year rolled around, I was 5'1" and weighed like 103 pounds. So after that first 10 pounds fell off, no one noticed. And I thought, you know, maybe I was fat. Maybe I didn't realize it and I needed to lose weight because nobody said anything. So I kept dropping weight and dropping weight. And in my family, communication wasn't really our thing. So my parents knew something was up. So their solution was every night at dinner, when I would refuse to eat, they would set me down with the family and I would drink a tall glass of orange juice that was half liquid iron. And it tasted like melted nickels in juice. And it was horrible, but it kept me from becoming anemic. So, I mean, essentially it worked. But at my peak of the anorexia, I was 77 pounds. But the whole experience gave me a completely distorted body image. And it took me until I was in my late 20s to really believe that 98 pounds wasn't an ideal weight for someone who's 5'3". So fast forward through my 20s, where there were several more bouts of depression, courtesy of my parents' divorce, several terrible family issues, 2 miscarriages, and a marriage that ended up failing. So shortly after my separation, I met my now husband, and over the past 6 years, we've gotten married and we have 2 amazing sons. That's my and I've had more family issues, but I've had a stronger support system. So every time that I would start falling back in that depression, I wouldn't fall so far. But confidence has always been the lingering problem. So where does Beachbody fit in all this? Well, when I was pregnant with my older son, I found a group of online moms who we were all due the same month. And after we had our babies, there was one woman, Stephanie, who would always post on Facebook about how she would go running all the time, and these workouts she would do, and these shakes she was drinking. So when Jax was about 2 or so, I decided to talk to her about the shakes. And I wanted to lose the rest of my baby weight, and so I ordered my first bag of Shakeology. When I got it, I was super gung-ho. I was all excited to start getting on Shakeology and lose the weight. And a week after I started, I found out I was pregnant. So I had to stop drinking the shakes. So 10 days after I found out I was pregnant, I miscarried. So another depression followed. But miraculously, I got pregnant again the very next cycle, and that was Maddox. So here I was through an entire year, bag of Shakeology just haunting me in my kitchen that I couldn't use. But I told Stephanie, this time I'm serious. I'm gonna lose the baby weight, I'm not gonna wait to do it. So I ordered a 21-day fix, and at 8 weeks postpartum, I started following the program, and I lost 8 pounds in my first round, and I was sold. So the day after my birthday, I signed on as a coach, but I wasn't gonna sell anything because I already had 2 direct sales gigs on the side, plus my full-time job and having 2 kids. I had no interest in selling these shakes or whatever. But when I had my getting started call with Stephanie, even though she knew that I was just gonna be a discount coach, she still had the call with me. And she told me the number one thing that coaches neglect and forget to do is their personal development. So you should try to do it every once in a while. So I decided to make it my number one focus. I started reading books, and the first book I picked was called Confidence, Build Unbreakable, Unstoppable, Powerful Confidence in All Areas of Your Life by Justin Albert. And I started listening to podcasts every day in the car on the way to, or after I did the daycare drop-off and before I picked up the boys. So the podcasts that I would listen to were The Shalene Show, Build Your Tribe, Define Your Life, The Daily Boost, School of Greatness, Platinum Edge, and then of course the National Wake Up Call replays. And over the past year, my confidence has gradually and steadily increased. When I hit my goal weight, I decided to set a fitness goal instead of trying to hit some new meaningless number on the scale. I've gotten mentally and emotionally stronger, and this past October, I made a big announcement on my fitness page on Facebook. I felt like I was finally cured of my anorexia. So through the years, when I've been faced with stress, my immediate reaction is to just stop eating. And I had another big family drama, and my first thought was, I need a podcast. And I was craving positivity. I needed that uplifting feeling. And it's funny, recently I changed phones and I changed phone carriers, and for some reason I can't stream over Wi-Fi or without Wi-Fi in my car. So I've been going without podcasts, and I started feeling depressed. And then one night I put one on in bed, and I could feel positivity surging through my body, and it felt so much better. It was it was like a drug. But I also, that same day, I got on the scale and noticed that I'd gained a couple pounds. And instead of thinking, ugh, I'm getting fat, the first thing I thought was, well, I'm getting a little bit soft, but I can fix that. So it was a total 180 of my mindset. So yes, Beachbody has gotten me below my pre-baby weights, and it's earned me some extra money. And yes, I've even gotten to help some people on their own journeys towards being healthier, and that has been an incredible experience in and of itself. But if I can be honest, and even maybe a little bit selfish, I have to say that this opportunity has given me back my confidence. It's given me the strength to stand up for myself and for my family. It's given me the belief that I should set goals for myself, because for once in my life, I feel like I can actually achieve them. So even if I never make another dime selling Shakeology or challenge packs, I don't care, because Beachbody has given me myself back, and that's something that I'm never gonna let get